In 2006, a brand new discovery was made that no one expected. Out in these little ponds in the middle of nowhere, about a foot deep, a beautiful new species was discovered. It was the celestial pearl Danio, and it's turned out they're pretty amazing aquarium fish as well. But are they a good fish for your aquarium? Well, let's find out. I'm Dan, your friendly fishmonger at dansfish.com, and today we're going to find out if the celestial pearl Danio is right for you. So let's get started with appearance. 5 out of 5. Like, this is a no-brainer. These are stunning. It looks like a Danio and a Rasbora made a baby with a brook trout. They have the bright curling spots on the side. They have red underbelly. They have bright red stripes along the fins, bordered by black, which really pops them off. These are stunning. The scientific name reflects their beauty. It is Celestichthes margaritatus. Celestichthes means heavenly fish, and margaritatus means adorned with pearls. So this is a heavenly fish adorned with pearls. And speaking of the scientific name, it's had a few iterations. This fish was first discovered in 2006. By 2007, it had a scientific name. That's unprecedented. And because this fish is so unique, it wasn't a Danio, it wasn't a Rasbora, it got its own genus, Celestichthes. Brand new genus just for this fish. But then in 2007, a different group of scientists said, nay, this is not a new genus. They invalidated the genus, they called it a synonym, and said this is actually a Danio margaritatus. This is just a Danio. So you've got these scientists arguing in the room, and in walks Big Daddy ichthyologist. Takes care of the problem. Says, according to the phylogenetic trees that you all wrote up, it's clear that this is in fact a new genus. This was in 2013, and from 2013 till today, a decade, Celestichthes has been valid ever since. So this fish in a tank is a little bit different. It's kind of shy. Because of this, I give it a 3 out of 5 on the behavior scale. Many a fish keeper has bought a couple of these fish, brought them home, looked forward to observing them, and noticed they hide all the time. They're always back in the corner. This is a fish that often hides, unless you keep a very big group of them. You'll see them all the time. And the reason is, in their native habitat, there's a predator. It's a channa species, a dwarf snakehead. And these little things go around and like to munch on celestial pearl Danio. But in the same environment, there's a little hovering loach and a little micro Rasbora. And so what this little Celestichthes does is it's always looking around and seeing, are the Rasboras out? Oh, good. Are the hovering loaches out? Oh, good. And when they aren't around, they're like, shoot, there must be a predator, and they go and they hide. A big group of them can solve this problem. And the other thing is ditherfish, to mimic the function of those hovering loaches in the wild. By the way, for those of you that are fish breeders and want a fish that's easy to breed, this is one of those. They spawn just like a Danio. Get a little container, put some marbles in the bottom, put a little bit of Java moss in there. They're continuous spawners. The females will lay up to about a dozen eggs a day. They'll fall into the Java moss, fall into the marbles, and then you can take them from there and raise them. Or you can condition the spawners, separate the sexes, feed the females really heavy till they're nice and bulky with eggs, put them with the males, and in that case, it's been found that they can produce over 30 eggs a day. The eggs hatch in 3 to 4 days. They're free swimming after about 4 days, and I know a lot of people that have raised these on small powdered foods. Not a super difficult fish to breed. Now, how about feeding? I give these a 4 out of 5 on the ease of feeding scale. These fish themselves are very easy to feed. They'll eat dry foods, flakes, pellets, frozen foods. They love live foods. So pretty much they'll eat whatever you give them. The reason they only get a 4 out of 5 is because they're not a fast feeder. These are a fish, a micro predator that goes around all day long and just nips little pieces of food from off the plants and things, little insects off the plants. If you put them in a tank with fish that eat big meals all at once and are very fast feeders, they will outcompete the celestial pearl Danios. So because they're a little slow to the food, 4 out of 5 on the ease of feeding. Now, if you have them by themselves, no problem. But if you have them with a big group of tetras or something like that that eats really fast, you might have something that you have to manage there. So how easy is this fish to care for? Well, on the ease of care scale, I give it a 4 out of 5. And it's not the fish's fault. One reason is when you get these sourced responsibly, they're fat, they're sassy, they do well. But unfortunately, many suppliers send emaciated fish with pinched bellies. They're very skinny. They're hard to get healthy. The other reason is, in the ponds they live in nature, they're dense with plants. So you do need to have some decorations or hides or a densely planted section of the aquarium, something they can hide in and feel comfortable. If you find ones that are sourced responsibly and are able to put some hides in there, then these are an awesome fish that is hardy and easy to take care of. Temperature-wise, they're not much of a challenge. We keep them here at 79 degrees, no problem. I've seen them kept anywhere from low 70s to low 80s without an issue. For the compatibility category, I give them a 4 out of 5. They're peaceful, they're small, they do great in an aquarium with other small, peaceful fish, but boisterous fish will really bother them. If you put them in a tank with, say, zebra Danios that are always zipping around, that's just gonna bother them. They're a calm fish. They like it chill. Think like classical music as opposed to like frenetic heavy metal. So as long as you keep that in mind, you'll be fine. And while we're talking about this fish, I want to take a moment to invite you to like and subscribe this video. We're on our way to 30,000 subs, and your help would be much appreciated. So in the final analysis, I give this fish a 20 out of 25. It's a beautiful little fish, it's peaceful, it's awesome, but there are a couple considerations to keep in mind. It doesn't like boisterous tank mates, it can be outcompeted at feeding time, it does need hide setup, and sometimes it's hard to find healthy ones at a fish store. This is a species I'm very proud of. We have some very good sources for this fish. We know how to take care of it. We know how to get it to you nice and fat and sassy. So if you've tried this fish before and not succeeded, I would encourage you to give us a try. I guarantee they'll get you in good shape. And if they don't, I'll refund the money for the fish and the shipping associated with the fish. That's how confident I am that our CPDs, Celestial Pearl Danios, will do well for you. I want to take a moment to thank our customers, because without them, we wouldn't be here. And thanks to everyone who's a member of the channel. Thanks for being a member of the Fishmonger crew. We very much appreciate it. Until next time, bye-bye.